Tasmania has been nothing short of epicness over the past week road tripping around the state.
The food is amazing, craft beer and quality wine, beautiful beaches, unique experiences, and snow?
Revenge is good.
There's not many places that can compete with all of that.
To finish off, we're taking you to the great outdoors, and this final day in Cradle Mountain unexpectedly turned out to be the craziest of all. An adventure much bigger than we realised.
I think we've possibly saved the best experience for last. You didn't think we'd come to Tasmania.
Whoa.
And not check out some Tassie Devils. Did you hear that?
As a Tassie must do.
100% a must do.
And don't forget to stay to the end because every video in this Tassie series has bloopers.
This Tasmania series is made possible thanks to Jetstar, who fly from not just Hobart but Launceston Airport as well, which is much closer if you're headed to Cradle Mountain.
Jetstar has the lowest fares and you can use the savings on adding extras on top that are important to you.
I'm a big fan of upfront seating for a quick exit.
I'm all about that extra legroom.
And once you've traversed a cliff or three at Cradle Mountain, it makes a massive difference.
So does a sneaky fur feeds and a carb up as well, because everybody knows calories in the sky just don't count.
So whether you're Tassie bound or somewhere else, check the link below for some unbeatable prices.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Who's ready to burn some calories? We've basically spent the last week eating and drinking.
Yeah.
We both keep commenting like, oh man, I got a spare tyre from this trip.
We are staying at Cradle Mountain Hotel, which is right on the doorstep of the national park. We'll show you around later, but we checked in last night and they were so helpful with telling us where
Tom
to go.
from Christchurch, cheers brother.
What walks to do.
How does this national park actually work? And now we feel like now we're on top of it.
Yeah, it's a little bit different from New Zealand, so yeah.
First things first, we're gonna get into the car actually.
So in terms of getting into the park itself, we parked up at the main car park at the visitor centre, showed them our parks pass, we got a shuttle bus ticket, and yeah, we basically jumped on a shuttle bus.
So there's 4 in rotation, I think.
Yeah,
right?
they come every 10-15 minutes or so. So it's a good kind of hop on, hop off system. And you can do as much or as little hiking as you want, which is great.
So some of them are if you want to get to the top of Cradle Mountain, it's 6 to 8 hours, I think the sign said. But the signposts everywhere, which is, I think, definitely what you need out here, especially given how cold it is and how quickly I think the conditions can turn. But we're walking fast. I've opted for the no beanie to try.
Crazy person. It's cold.
We'll see if it was worth it.
In the afternoon, we're going to come back down past the Wombat Pool, down Ronnie's Creek, so that we can hopefully see some wombats.
Yeah, because it seems like they only come out in the mornings and the evenings, is that right?
Yeah, well, I thought she said afternoon. She was like, they'll be burrowing right now.
Yes.
So wait until this afternoon.
Did you know they can burrow for about 20 metres?
How'd you learn that? Did you read that somewhere?
Yeah.
It's awesome to kick off here because this is the place where you get your photos. This is the old boat shed at Dove Lake. It's a shame we can't actually see Cradle Mountain. That's supposed to be behind.
Just imagine it. I'll just draw it in for you. There it is there.
Yeah,
see that?
just
Oh,
there.
wow, look at the peak.
Wow.
We definitely should have brought our hiking boots. We kind of.
We bought snow boots.
Yeah, we thought it could be more snowy, more wintry, so we were worried about that. But then they're not really great to walk in, so we've kind of messed up. So if you're researching, now you know. Don't just wear sneakers. It's probably better to have your ankles locked in, locked and loaded. I have to say, initial impressions are you really don't have to work very hard to see beauty coming into this park. Almost as soon as we jumped on the shuttle bus, straight away it's impressive from the outset. And that's really awesome to then just get driven 20 minutes in and already you're at the lake and it looks like that. Pretty cool. There's all these awesome little pit stops along the way. There's some flaming jokers here, isn't there?
Wombat poo. Did you get the sign?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Look at that.
We're basically having to follow these poles because there's some bits that are quite obvious where you go But there's others. You just go, you just sort of make your own adventure if you'd like. But look at it. Sugar stop. You ready for this?
We're going all the way up there. 30 minutes up, 30 minutes down.
Ready for some rock climbing? We weren't prepared for that, eh?
I was not prepared for this, but should be fine, right?
Let's go. Not gonna lie, Marion, you're a bit of a bitch. That was more intense than what we thought it was going to be. We expected the walk, the time, but not the rocks and the chains and the, look at it all. It's just all rocks and gravel. Not many proper stairs, you know. Oh, there's snow. We're almost at the snow, babe. Look, just there. Hey, look at this. Where? Is that it? Woohoo! Look at it! We made it!
Yeah! Yeah!
We've been looking for a very long time to spot these wombats, and we've spotted one just over here in the distance. I don't need to show you, but it's safe to say there's a lot of evidence of wombats around. This is the only guy we can spot. He's not sleeping for some reason.
They get so big.
These wombats have a pretty idyllic lifestyle, actually. They sleep for about 16 hours a day. I think they're basically, from what we can tell, they come out in the morning, they eat, they poop everywhere, they go back to sleep, and they come out later on, they can and do the same again, poop everywhere. They can get up to about 20 kilos, but honestly, based on the evidence they leave behind, you might think that they're more like 80 kilos. We've definitely earned this.
Oh yes, we have. Oh,
Cheers, 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 cheers. Cheers to you.
oh yeah. I'm loving all the
Oh,
local
that's
beers.
so
Yes.
crisp. Oh, so obviously we're back at Cradle Mountain Hotel now. I said in one of the Instagram stories we did, it's like strangely beautiful, and by that I mean that in a positive way, that we're just surrounded by this wilderness, and then there's this whole complex and beautiful place, and it's
Yeah.
like so well set up and everything, and then
The fact that it's so close to the national park as well, and they've got all these nice little areas that have fireplaces, and it's
Yeah.
just, I don't know, it's just really cozy. I like it.
so we're staying in a split king room, and it is so modern. Like that's the thing that made me think I wasn't expecting it to be so nice.
And it's so warm. Literally, you walk in the door and it's super cozy. Love that there's so much space as well. What?
I have to be honest and say last night was the first night on this entire trip I haven't slept with a thermal on. It's kind of embarrassing. But they've also got a really nice buffet as well, so we will be having that tonight as well, but we had it last night. Yeah, there's all sorts of like great stuff. They had these venison meatballs and
Yeah.
insanely good super sweet caramel
That
cake dessert.
Indeed.
But we won't show any more of that tonight, because probably is this the main thing we've been looking, not the main thing, but something we've been looking forward to
Yeah.
as soon as we started planning this trip. It was like Tasmanian Devils.
Already? Where? Oh, wow.
Another one there in the light.
Hey, guys.
Hi. Oh my god, they're so cute.
They are.
I think we've possibly saved the best experience for last. You didn't think we'd come to Tasmania
Whoa.
and not check out some Tassie Devils, did you hear that? That's terrifying.
So this is Devils at Cradle. They do a winter special. It's called Dessert with the Devils. I think it's just you and I tonight. No one else has booked this. We just saw everybody left. I think they were doing the sunset one, whereas we're doing the nighttime one. And you get some, you get a bit of marshmallows. I think you might even get a glass of bubbles or something, and you hang out and you learn all about these devils here, because this is a conservation facility. I know you've seen the cartoon. Is this what you thought that they actually looked like?
Hey guys, how you going?
How are you?
Not too bad at all.
I'm Stacey.
Stacey, Rory, good to meet you.
you.
Dane.
Good to meet you, Dane. Welcome to Devils at Cradle.
Thank you.
I'll show you around a little bit tonight, but looks like our devils are up and about waiting patiently. We will actually feed these little ones a little bit later.
going a bit crazy at the
Yeah, because they know that we've just had the 5:30 feeding tour, and if they haven't been fed on that tour, then they start to panic and wonder, missing out.
Squiz.
So this is Squiz, and she's a 15-month-old Tassie Devil female. She was born last year at Devils at Cradle, and she's been partially hand raised. So what I mean by partially hand raised is that it's impossible to hand raise them from birth.
Okay.
So the reason being, do you know why at all?
No,
do you know
no.
how big they are when they're born?
No.
Do you know how big a kangaroo is when they're born?
Teeny tiny, right?
Teeny tiny.
Yeah.
So kangaroos and wombats as well, they're kind of a jelly bean when they're born.
Yeah.
But with a devil, they're about the size of a grain of rice when they're born.
Oh,
So
no way.
good luck trying to look after a grain of rice.
Yeah.
So mum has to do a bit of the work, and the devils are in the pouch for about 4.5 months. So it's normally when they're out of the pouch that we would choose to hand raise.
Gotcha.
You need to pose for your photos. Squeeze.
I did not imagine you would be touching a Tasmanian Devil with a cane.
How she feels? Quite soft, isn't she?
She does. I actually didn't expect her to feel that soft.
Yeah, a lot of people think that they would be quite wiry.
Yeah.
And when they get older, their fur doesn't get any wirier, so this is it. They'll be quite soft and fluffy.
We just touched a Tasmanian Devil. Squiz.
I don't think I've processed that yet, to be honest.
Super soft. I don't know what you recorded because I was just so
So much happened so
involved
quickly.
with
Yeah.
hanging out with Squiz, but the fur is so soft.
Yeah. Great skin routine.
Wow, yeah, those look like strong teeth.
Strong teeth. They're not that sharp, really,
No.
but they're quite thick and strong. You're just going to lick me to death now.
Oh, what the hell? What is going on?
You're cute. I want one.
Maybe a little naive, but I'm not sure. Stacey the same. We don't think we've even really heard or come across quolls before.
It's fully grown.
Fully grown.
That's full grown.
Full grown. And
You look more like a cartoon than the Tassie Devils.
that's right.
They're really cute.
Yeah.
But they seem really like playful and really fun in the way that they're sort of like always on the move.
She's in here with two of her sisters, and I can just see one down there.
Oh, yeah?
And obviously both of them down there. And her sisters.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Her sister's a fawn. So in the same litter, you've got the different colours.
I tell you what, Rory, I wish that we could bring you along for an entire hour or an hour and a half of this experience, because this guy is just full of knowledge. We're probably asking too many questions, but because we've got direct access because no one else booked in tonight, we're just hitting him with all these questions. You see, he's just answering everything that we have to say.
These guys have an 85% hunting efficiency.
Wow, so if they're hunting, they're taking it down.
Pretty much game over for whatever they're going for. Hey buddy, you gonna come out? You gonna come out? Show off?
Wow,
Real.
you are bigger.
Oh, yeah, quite a bit bigger.
So it's the quolls is part of the experience, but then also obviously it's all about the devils, for the most part.
So it's not just called Dessert with the Devil for no reason. We have got a bunch of different Tassie wines and beers. We've got a whole bunch of local Tassie desserts as well. Rory's just outside lighting the fire, and I think we're gonna roast some marshmallows out there and feed the devils really soon.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ching. Devil's Corner Pinot Gris. Yum.
So we've got 5 in here, was that right, Rory?
5 in here, so yeah, there's everyone there.
Oh yeah, we've got
now.
3 down here and 2 over there.
A couple of them still getting tucked in there. They had a fairly large meal tonight, so they have some wallaby legs for dinner. And they will eventually eat all of it. So
Really?
Largest bones, everything, all gone.
It's just all gone, every last little bit. Fur and everything?
Fur and everything.
Really? That's insane. As if it couldn't get any better.
Yeah, roasting time.
I got some marshmallows, a fire.
I'm gonna set you up.
Thank you. We were just about to say they're eating quite well together, but then it kind of got a little bit loud there for a minute. I don't think I can put into words how awesome that was. That is a Tassie must do.
100% a must do.
Fascinating.
Just the knowledge that Rory had as well, and the amount of things that we just learnt. I feel like I've just watched a couple hours of David Attenborough, and I just know everything there is to know about Tasmanian Devils now.
And then chocolate, marshmallows, like popcorn, wine, beer was all available. That was wicked. I loved that.
I loved it.
Should we say it together? The first bit. Okay, ready? 3, 2.
We've got different.
So the Enchanted. Well, what's this called?
Welcome to Cradle Mountain National Park. Let me
it.
say it, because you're one of 60. It's one of 60.
Oh, good.
So it's not just called dessert with the.
Hike up through the.
Fortunately,
Can't get that one either. Oh, he snorted.